Good afternoon, Mr. Holloway. How are you?
I'm okay, just the usual. Mary hasn't come see me today. I miss her so much.
Oh, yes, I understand you, miss her. And we talked about that yesterday, how Mary passed away last year.
Oh, yes, I do keep forgetting. What happened to her again? Why doesn't she come anymore?
You know, she's unable to come. Believe me, if she was here, she'd be with you.
Now, where is she again?
She passed in her sleep.
How come nobody told me? I should know about my own wife.
That's true, and I understand. However, we did discuss this, and because of you going through what you're going through, there are days when you may not remember things that we talked about just yesterday. But we did discuss your wife.
Was she in pain when she passed?
No, she passed in her sleep.
Was I there?
Yes, you were. Good afternoon. This is confrontation um, scenario number 9. An 18-year-old female talking to a probation officer. She was recently arrested on drug charges. She denies that she's addicted to drugs, but acknowledges that she's afraid of legal consequences. How are you doing today, Tracy?
I'm good.
Good. What happened after you were arrested for possession of illegal drugs?
Well, my mom and stepdad came to bail me out of jail. I got a public defender and I go to court in a couple of months. I got caught with cocaine. It wasn't very much, just less than a gram, but it seems like that cocaine, any possession of it, is a felony offense. So I'm concerned about that. My parents are really pissed off at me. They didn't really know that I was involved with drugs. They were really freaked out about it and they wanted me to go into treatment. I don't think it's necessary because I don't have a drug problem.
You're not concerned about your drug uses, just the possible legal consequences?
I suppose, yeah. I don't want to end up spending time in prison. I couldn't take that. Plus, my parents are threatening me too. It's just seems like they're always surprised each time they find out something new, something bad. They're shocked.
Right. Well, I'd like to ask how's communication with you and your parents? Do you,
Not good.
not good. And how did you come across being in the possession of drugs?
For my friends, I get it from my friends. We hang out. You know, it wasn't a big deal.
So this is something that occurred more than once. It's just that you've never been arrested for it.
Yeah.
Okay. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna work on some setting some goals, objectives,
Okay.
um, that help to keep you out of prison.
Oh, that would be good.
And we'll also be considering your performance conditions and standards. Okay, so I'll go over these goals with you. The first is for us to work on regaining your parents' trust.
Okay. How do I do that?
Well, what I'd like to do is to sign up for your family for counseling to communicate with your parents better.
Communicate with my parents. Does that mean I get to talk and they get to listen?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Then what I would have to do is we would go. I would have you go to at least 3 drug treatment meetings to see how going down the wrong path can lead to self destruction. How do you feel about that?
Guess I could do that. I mean, I don't want to go to prison.
I understand. I think you'll be surprised at what you get out of the drug programs because there's a lot of people there that have started out with a lot of things in their life, and in the end they lost them, and now they're regaining their whole self worth and whatever else they want in their life. What I'll have you do is to volunteer at a methadone clinic every Saturday for the next 2 months under the supervision of Miss Jackie Horn to see the effects of drugs and how it can really change the course of your life.
Would it look good for the judge if I did that?
It'll look good for the judge. However, I think this is something that you will benefit from as well. Does that
Okay.
sound like something that you would be willing to try?
Okay.
Okay. After completion of your volunteering, depending on your takeaways and the feedback from your supervisor, I would recommend to the course that you be given a clear record. After which time you would not have any room for future errors. Is that something that
Okay.
sounds good to you?
Okay.
Okay, well, I wish you the best, and I'm going to go ahead and make some calls, and we'll go from there.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Tracy. This is interpretation case number 2. Whereas a 60-year-old female talking with the hospital social worker, she is considering suicide after recently learning that she has terminal cancer. How are you feeling today, Miss Jones?
Not good. So the news is terminal cancer. So I'm not going to live like this. I don't want to feel myself dying every day. I think I'm going to take care of it on my own.
Oh, what do you mean, take care of it?
I think I'm just gonna go off on my own, and whatever happens, happens. I don't want to live. I don't want to end up incapable of taking care of myself. I'm gonna die anyway. I'll say my goodbyes while I'm okay.
You feel hopeless about what the future holds?
Yeah, I do. I've always had a full life, lots of friends. My family's the best. How can I put them through a slow, painful death? I don't want to burden anyone with caring for me. It wouldn't be fair. It would be so unfair.
So you feel that if you were to become ill, that you would be a burden on your family, and so you want to end your life now?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like to me that you have a pretty strong family system, and I believe that they would support you and possibly make you, you know, make your last few days or make your time during this, um, during your time a lot more comfortable for you. And to say that suicide is the answer, um, I'm just not quite clear. I think we need to discuss that just a little bit further and see what other options are available. Is that okay with you? Summarization case number 7. A 23-year-old male who recently ended a relationship with his girlfriend. She has attempted suicide and he feels responsible. How are you doing, Jonathan?
Okay. I thought things were over, and then she called again on Monday.
Just 2 days ago?
Right. Well, yeah. It's been over for me. I thought it was over for her too.
These last 3 months have been up and down. Things change from minute to minute.
Yeah.
Jonathan, what's your take on her suicide attempt?
I don't know. Well, a couple of days ago, before the suicide attempt, we had a party in my house. I was running around trying to keep the house organized. She kept yelling at me, David, why don't you want to hang out with me anymore? Well, she got really upset with me and trashed my room. We got into a big argument out into the parking lot, and she grabbed me tightly. I still have some marks on my arm from the fight 2 months ago. I said, "Stop! You're getting too violent." She said, "I'll show you what violent is," and I walked away. And she got down on her knees and banged her head into the concrete.
Oh my God. First off, I don't want to be disrespectful. Do you prefer to go by Jonathan or David? David.
Yeah, whichever's fine.
That must have been very frightening for you.
It was. I don't know, but I think she needs help. I can't help her. I have too much going on in my life, and I care for her, but I've done my part. I called crisis hotline and her parents.
Well, It sounds to me as though you're trying to get some help for her, and I understand that you want to see her get some assistance, and that you would like to move on with your own life.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I wish you the best. What we're going to do is we're going to set her up for some consultation if she's willing. Um, Anything that goes on with her is confidential, so I can't discuss that with you. All I can say is that I appreciate you taking the initiative and at least addressing and bringing the issues to the surface. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.